Hello, everyone, and welcome to NGS Season 14. Today, we are casting Division B East, and I have, as you might recognize, co-caster Jotak.
Hi.
So, the teams playing today are Regen Divine versus Bye for Catbois. Regen Divine is sitting at 7th seed with 17 points, and Bye for Catbois is 4th at 21 points.
Ooh, that's close.
Yeah, I believe that the top 8 teams in this division are going to be in the playoffs. And with that many points, it's still not guaranteed that, you know, either of these teams are in playoffs, I don't think. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, if they're that close, they've probably I'd imagine have like 2 or 3 games left per team. So
Mhm. Pull that back up. And we're going to Infernal Shrines. And by 4 Catboys pick this. So.
what map would you say is the epitome of HOTS?
I really like Cursed Hollow.
Okay.
And hmm, Sky Temple.
Interesting.
I
I think of
You have to have a
Shrines of
boss.
Dragonshire.
Oh yeah?
That's true. That's true.
Dragonshire was a close second for me. So first pick is going to the home team of Regen Divine. And their most played heroes are Brightwing, Rhaegar, Hogrish, and they have a 100% win rate this season with Jaina, the Lost
Ooh.
Vikings, and
Let's
Varian.
go.
So could be
Yes.
some interesting stuff here today. Both teams play Brightwing, so I'm expecting to see it either picked or banned pretty early on. Diablo. That is Bye for Catboy's third most played hero.
Yeah, I'm interesting that there's I don't see Bankai on the team. He used to be on Regen Divine back when he was playing in the div that I was playing in, and he's a nice guy. So too bad
I
he's not.
noticed that I forget which team is it. Region Divine. They were in Div D West, C West, and now they're in B East. So that's super
They're making their
interesting.
way up.
hmm But they also changed coasts. Ooh, so we've got the Anduin and the Lost Vikings band. Super fun.
These are the bands I respect.
And the Brightwing
You're
does get
right.
taken.
Right wing.
Super great utility. Kind of almost doesn't even matter what map it is. Brightwing has a lot of tools.
Yeah, Johanna Blaze.
We
If
saw
you were watching,
this, yeah, in the Heroes final earlier.
yeah,
No
the station.
spoilers, no spoilers, but
Yeah, no spoilers.
very strong front line and great on the point.
Mm. Yeah, Johanna Blaze pair really well together. Actually, I have seen people play Johanna Blaze specifically for combustion because Johanna helps enable that really well with the condemn and the slows. But you don't need a combustion for this to be strong.
Yeah, and Bunker is always a really, really great option. Just how often you can use it, and it's basically a cleanse for Blaze and his team.
Yeah, yeah, it's super good. Varian
Mm-hmm.
pickup here is kind of interesting because it's not. I mean, maybe you could say it's like a counter to Johanna, but usually I like Varian held, or if they know they're going to be picking something like Illidan, Tracer, Genji, stuff. But a pretty strong tank.
I like the Junkrat
Sylveor,
pick as well. Just great zoning around the
yeah, so
point.
good on this map.
You can't get to him, like
He's
especially
so
not
good on
with
everything.
Johanna.
Yeah, that's true. Johanna can eat the traps though if he goes trap build. So if he's not spacing his traps out, like she can just walk on both of them, which can be nice. Lunara
Lunara
Lucio.
Lucio, that's super interesting.
some mobility there. I mean, I'm definitely feeling like whatever their last pick flex damage is going to be something that goes in.
Yeah, like in engage, like Maiev, Genji, sorta. Maybe not
Yeah,
Genji, but anything that dies will be susceptible to taunt.
Hakakromi, double mage,
And
interesting.
yeah, that's really a lot of long range damage for
They
Regen Divine.
they know how they want to play the objective.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the Dahaka too. Like the Dahaka pairs really well with these kind of slower space making point control teams.
Lots of single
Um,
target CC, so you've got like taunt and then trap, poly, temporal loop, tongue.
yeah, I think we might even see there
We've got
again.
Michael on the Zeratul. That's gonna
I
be a lot of
guess
fun to watch.
uh,
It's tough though into Chromie. Chromie will almost positively go that level 1 vision for that Zeratul.
yeah. And this does give them more incentive to pick time loop. I was thinking they might also go slowing sands. Um, slowing sands is decent,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
especially it's like when you have a lot of tools to keep them from walking into bushes on the objective. If you add more, it's always better.
Yeah.
It's like they really can't push into you.
Yeah.
Traps and slowing sands.
I'm not
Um,
seeing great objective presence on the side of Regent Divine here. Except for
I
maybe
think so.
with Dahaka. But I don't know how Dahaka's gonna fare into Blaze and Joe. Alright, let's go and introduce these teams. For Regent Divine, we have PP Wolo on Varian, Wafflecopter on Junkrat, Absolute Yoda on Brightwing, Logic on Chromie, and Arch Volley or Valley? Oh, Arch Valley on Dahaka.
And on the side of Bye for Catboys, apologize in advance for butchering names. We have Sailor Twift on Lunara, Sir Noble on Johanna, Mike McKellen on Zeratul, Krenivast on Blaze, and Tyladron on Lucio.
Pre-level 4 Varian, Regent Divine's not gonna be stepping up too much here, probably. Unless...
Might fish for tongues,
yeah,
catch one.
tongue into the
But
root.
name of the game is to clear and rotate.
Double
Nice.
stun from Blaze. Making space. Great popped on Joe.
Dahaka slightly ahead on the rotation, but so is Zeratul for a red team. In fact, the wave is already crashing bot, and it's kind of hard for them to rotate bot. They're gonna lose some XP globes here.
This is really great zoning and clear denial. Zeratul
Yep,
already getting the very early pick. They're being super
yeah, a little
aggressive
bit
in this
split.
rotation. This Lucio is confirming the kill on Varian.
Yeah.
That's exactly how you want to be playing Lucio in those rotations. I'm
Yeah.
not sure they can take this camp with the amount of health that they have without backup.
It's definitely ambitious. Zeratul is clearing the wave. Maybe he chooses to join them. Doesn't look like it. Okay.
Top
They're just
7
gonna
then.
take their XP lead, and that's like a
Mhm.
level. I mean, this is one of the reasons that you really do need to prioritize killing that wave mid, especially if you're drafting like Regen Divine is, where you're kind of squishy and you just want space. But they've got plenty of long range wave clear, right? So they can just goalie and safe soak.
2 siege camps being taken. The safe siege camp for Catboys, and then it looks like they're gonna have time to rotate down here and step onto the point as Joe, but she gets
Nice
moved
move.
off by Junkrat.
Yeah.
Lunara gets really, really low from Varian. Dahaka burrows in.
Yep, there's a sick poly. Ooh, big stun from the Blaze
Huge
onto the
stun
entire team,
condemn.
and they can't leave.
Lucio gets that sound wave quest done and pushes them all back. That's
Whoa.
really intense.
It was a nice start from Regen Divine. Brightwing polymorphed the Joe before she could Iron Skin because she knew that there was a trap on the point, right? So Johanna couldn't actually step on and just trait and steal the camp. So they got the camp, but then the disaster with the Blaze stun.
Yeah, he stunned all of them. And that was a really really quick rotation by both offlaners. Blaze was able to be there as the Haka was also there, which is kind of insane when you're offlaning against a global.
Yeah. Zeratul. Going Q build, he's not stacking globes, although he is doing a great job of soaking. Regen Divine taking their siege camp, whereas red team's got bruiser camp. So macro lead for red and level 7s. We'll see how they're going to play this objective. It looks like they are going to try to get something a little early. Again, Dahaka can join the fight at any point. Stun misses.
Joe eats the trap from Junkrat here. Chromie doing some pretty decent minion clear here on the point.
Regen's still ahead on objective. And no Iron Skin. Blaze charge hits.
It looks like they will take this objective depending on how the rest of this fight pans out. Taunt onto Blaze, tongue onto Blaze.
Yep.
He jet procs.
Mischarge. He's definitely in trouble.
Only 5 more for Regen Divine.
Yeah, they're gonna get this this objective down 7s is pretty surprising. But Zeratul deciding that soak is more important than first Punisher, and you know, maybe fair enough. First Punisher is frequently kind of a pushover.
That is true. Zeratul looking to gank this Dahaka with the Blaze. Dahaka able to walk through Zeratul in that corridor with Dark Swarm. I love that.
Punisher already half health. It looks like they're going to get a wall and some change. But their siege, nice. Oh, the Punisher jump onto the Lucio. They're really, really strong siege team with the Junkrat and the Chromie. I mean, I can't think of better mages to safe poke and get siege damage behind an objective like this. We see it's level 8, so Chromie gets her ult at level 8, right?
Yes, but they're not quite level 8.
Oh, yes, not quite. Thank you. Level 8's now. So a level lead, but a structure lead for Regen Divine. So an interesting split here. Camp's being taken. Bot camp currently the only play. They could get their bruisers, but they're not going for it.
Right wing
Traps are being set up.
Mid.
Taunts, roots. A little bit of poke damage, but they're probably going to give this.
There is a trap on it.
Globals. So this could be a 5v4.
This could be. That's correct.
Yeah.
Blaze is looking to rotate already, noting that they're fighting for the camp and they do have double global. Yep. So already a 5v5.
Yeah, really quick rotations. Taunt on the Joe.
Gets cleansed.
They get cleansed. Huge VP. How are they going to combo off this? The Blaze charge is in there, but it's going to land, right?
Oh my goodness, that's amazing! The falling sword to clinch these kills.
Yeah, that's 2 kills.
That was a rough 5v5 to take. Down level 10.
Yeah. Wow, that VP into the... I think the Blaze must have known that that's exactly how that interaction works. He doesn't need to wait. He doesn't need to time it. Just go in.
That is one thing about VP I noticed is that, especially if it's your team getting VP'd and you don't want to die, you can actually buy yourself time by going into the VP.
Yeah, no, that's true. Dude, I love the Blaze. The Blaze, like, freeze frame death.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Very cinematic.
So we've got Thornwood Vine, Falling Sword, High Five, VP, and Bunker.
And it is slowing sands for Chromie.
That is true, yes.
Which, is very stylistic, to be sure.
Blaze rotating
good job of clearing.
A 2-level lead, so this could be a 10 versus 13 fight pretty soon. Taunt onto Johanna, she's getting pretty chunked. Riptire comes out.
Literally.
Hits both Lunara and Blaze. They're rotating up, or not.
The soak advantage for Catbois is truly...
They're having a really tough time macroing despite the double global.
Yeah, but they're going to have a hard time getting structures because they really don't have the team to pressure a fort, especially against Junkrat Chromie, you know? So, still we see like all the structures on the field.
There's lots of fear to be soaking in the lane, and they are missing quite a bit of soak.
Yeah, they're definitely playing very safe, and the Dahaka Brightwing's using that Z, and so has the Dahaka, but they do have to be careful because they can get caught out. They have lots of Red has lots of tools to catch people. Shrines online. Regen slightly behind on this rotation. They're not the first on the points, but maybe they don't want to be.
These camps are clashing top. Michael goes in for a little bit of damage.
And no Brightwing here means Junkrat's health bar is going to be sad for a little while until that Z comes through.
Right, Regen Divine is down level 13, and Bifrost Catbois does have that advantage, so it looks like Regen Divine's just going to continue soaking, potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, Dahaka is rotating up. Brightwing still bottom, escorting a wave into the bot forts.
They are engaging in here. Thomas is onto Blaze.
Sands.
The ISO, but the jet prop does connect.
Ton, but no follow-up. Zeratul is here, and he's looking for that backline. Ooh, just has to top out before the trap gets him. And 36 points. I mean, the Punisher is going to go to red team. But maybe they can make something happen before. Johanna's getting quite low. Ooh!
The blink and the taunt on Zeratul.
Follows the blink, I believe.
Still a level 13 advantage for Bifrost Catbois. It's most likely a fork to them. Jumps onto Varian, who uses Protected. Very timely.
Brightwing actually got a lot of structure damage by escorting those waves in bot lane.
Yeah.
Like, that bot port is low. And the Punisher is also low, so...
Wow. Double stun. Junkrat and Brightwing. They just walk away. Punisher getting invaded all the way to the keep wall. But this structure is going to go down to Bifrost Catbois. And Dahaka's coming in for a potential 5v4 while they see Blaze bot. Being very sneaky. Oh, they knew. Great vision by Johanna.
You know, it's interesting. I feel like the Brightwing is sort of playing the role of the Dahaka in this game. Yeah, usually she's the one in the far lane, which, you know, is perfectly reasonable. Dahaka instead opting to look for opportunities
and provide
to catch
vision for the team.
Yeah, very safe character. Okay, Boop on the point.
Especially going
like,
race car Dahaka.
Yeah, he's also likes to stay bot mid to get to those globes. The extra.
Look like they just want to take this down. Seeing Zeratul on one side of the map and Blaze and Lucio in the middle will give them.
This does tie up structure count.
We've got level 16s getting picked up by Bifrost Catbois.
Onto Lucio. No follow up, just a little bit of poke. And again, like lead for Bifrost Catbois continues, but it's not overwhelming, and this game's looking like it's gonna go long.
Yeah, this is definitely a map where it's anybody's game. It's you can hold out on macro for a very long time.
Dahaka, fighting vision, catches the Zeratul out of his stealth, but
it's high five.
It's just him by himself.
We've got pings all for the
around.
camp.
All around the camp, yeah. Invade.
Bifrost Catbois wants this fight up 16.
Yeah. No 16, and the Regen might give it to them. I mean, they can poke.
They've got Junkrat in the bot lane as well, so that's not going to be an even fight despite the talents.
And that's that. They trade the Bruiser for 16s. They can clear it pretty quickly.
However, Bifrost Catbois is going to get their Bruiser right before the objective. So that may get some value as each team is fighting over the objective later on.
Yep, this Blaze. Ooh.
Jet prop.
Okay.
Ooh,
actually gets caught by the tongue.
Gets polyed into the taunts. Booped away. Oh!
Boop
Cancels the boop with the bunker. That's amazing. Jet prop.
Varian eats it.
Wow, falling sword. That's kind of a few ults used. Is
Yeah,
that, let's
on both sides. So
see.
they used the ISO as well.
Yeah, they did.
I really thought that was going to be a kill. Dahaka's tongue was really nice, although he didn't interrupt the jet
The
prop. So
bunker.
the
After, like,
fucking
right when the boop went.
the fact that it can do that is so. You
That's
see
what
it
I
all the
was saying
time,
earlier. It's basically a cleanse.
right?
Cross onto the Lucio. Repair. Onto the backline as
Some
well.
damage.
Lucio very low. Crummy's also very
Bribing
low.
Sea's coming in.
Uses
Gets
timeout.
some spell armor, some healing. Joe
Johanna is
is
in
walking on
there.
them. But Pollied and no Iron
The
Skin. Huge VP
cleanse.
though. And Joe's
And
living.
the rejuvenescia. I hope I said that right. That
Okay.
percent healing saves
Yeah,
her.
no follow-up though. That VP actually ended up falling a little flat, and now it's a 5v5 with 5 for Catbois on the back foot.
Yeah, they're pretty chunked here.
Oh, huge Q though. Now all of a sudden, Chromie and Rightwing, no health left.
Yeah,
But
Lucio
Dahaka
doing a
making
great job
space.
with that sustained healing. Ooh,
Ooh, taunt on the
Zeratul.
Zeratul plus the Polymorph means he might just die. Yeah, nice catch. But
Yeah,
Dahaka's getting a little bit low.
that's
Looking for the
some
jet prop, maybe nothing.
great peeling on the side of Varian to keep an eye on his low teammates. Jet
Another
prop,
big jet prop.
Junkrat into Varian also.
Ooh,
Lunara's in
Lunara,
there.
a little too far forward.
Mhm.
Falling Sword not quite quick enough.
The Haka
And
on that
Lucio's getting walked on as
backline.
well. He's
Oh
fast.
my
The
god, was that the
isolation kills
ISO
him.
kill?
Yeah.
Oh man, you rarely get to see
Wow.
that.
Yeah, the last hit with the ISO. And
Arch
37
Valley's
to 40.
like,
That was
we
so
need to
close.
get their healer. I'll be right back. So Siege Camp getting taken by Regen Divine after a successful fight and objective. That top camp got the whole wall and some of the fort, which is really great on the side of Bifrost.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, good call on that.
Experience
But
did even out.
This should be the keep. I mean, they've got the Junkrat and the Chromie here to support this Punisher. Bunker comes down to make sure he doesn't get booped from the stun. It's pretty reasonable. Taunts into the Blaze. Now he doesn't have much. With a Riptire, it looks like it's a little too far. Reveals the Zeratul.
Oh,
They're
Zeratul
getting
is very, very
shots.
chunked.
Yeah, that's keep, and they're not going to be able to end here. Not 5v3 at least. Punisher is doing a lot of damage though.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going for mid forts. They just want to get some structures and secure this level 20, maybe try to make a play off the level 20. The soak
This
has
is
been...
going a little backwards than I thought it would. Usually when you see a Zeratul on a team, you're like, oh, they're going to wait and kind of scale later into the game. But they
Right.
were leading so early on, right? And now Regen Divine has turned the map pretty blue. All the lanes are pushed out.
They've got a structure lead, they've got a win condition, no bot keep, means if they ever get a really good team fight, they just win on the spot. So, yeah, this is going, I think, in Regen the way that they were looking for it to go after that rough early game.
Level 20s are online for Regen Divine. They did get level 20 first. Piercing Sands, we already had. Banner for the health. And Contagion.
Yeah, the
well
ISO splash,
Cannonball.
that'll be interesting. And that can work really well into these front lines, these big double front lines. So you landed on Blaze Joe, right? Like, that's huge.
Varian looking pretty aggressive here for a pick. That's, a Varian specialty. Oh, and he's just going to start hitting the tower.
Yeah.
So all the lanes are pushed out, and they're going to have to deal with them.
Tongue misses, and Chromie's a little bit out there, getting caught by the Condemn and the Q. Stasis, and then the Z does save her. That was close, though.
Yeah.
Falling Sword whiffs a little. The siege continues. Yeah, so Regen still wants to make sure that they're not fighting outside of their traps and their sands. Okay.
The tower has one more shot
Zeratul
left.
sharking. There's no Blaze here, so they are up numbers.
A double trap into the
Tongue on
boop, into the
Yep.
no
Polly, no follow-up. But ISO and Q dealing a ton of damage to the Zeratul on the south side to Haka. Making space.
Level
Sharking in that
20s
bush.
are also online for for Catbois.
And they're just playing this slow. It is a 5v5 now. Blaze is coming up and Dahaka has to leave, but they're getting chased down by the Lucio. The burrow movement is good and the cloak is better. Keeps him alive. Zeratul looking to engage. Varian's caught out a little bit. His team is not with him. Brightwing Z comes in. Protected. No damage yet, and the Riptire. Maybe looking for a Dahaka Tongue. Tongue is up. Falling Sword
cleanse
cleanse.
into the bunker.
Nice.
And no one dies. Lots of great
Yeah.
sustain by both
All
teams.
the health bars were high that whole
Yeah.
time.
But bot
Yep.
lane's got catapult pressure now for the side of Regen Divine after they took that keep. Both bruisers getting taken.
Yep. And just the fact that the map is blue, these are the kinds of fights that Regen wants. These slow, let the map do the work. Keep Buy for Catbois from being able to engage onto them, and just play the objective. So they're gonna get a nice lead here. Zeratul and Blaze having to deal with bot lane, and bot lane has not even been dealt with. Like, that wave is still pushing in.
Right.
There's gonna be one catapult on core at least, maybe two soon. And 20 to 0 already.
Johanna eating the trap
Joe.
gets tongued.
Iron Skin comes out. Zeratul starting to do Zeratul things. Huge ISO.
Triple
catches
VP.
two players.
So it's
Will we
about
see a
the
follow-up?
same.
Bastion or Jet Prop misses. Okay, so no follow-up for the VP. Bunker used proactively.
Z
See
going
on
on
the
to
Varian.
Varian.
Yeah.
Red team very
Nice, and
chunked by this Chromie.
This Dahaka is doing a lot of work. Getting a
Great
lot of
falling
good
sword
tongues.
reset.
Ooh. Man.
And again, no one dies.
No one dies, but the objective now
Mhm.
going to Regen. You can see the damage of the Zeratul Q build if he can get in and like
Yeah.
land that Q on the back line.
It's
it does
so dangerous being in there with Variant Taunt and
It
Slowing
is,
Sands and Polymorph. Just, they have so many tools to kind of like say, hey Zeratul, we can't see you.
Yeah.
You can't just do that
I love
for me.
tanking those shots with the banner. It was nice.
Yeah.
I think that Dahaka's been doing really well in these fights. He's been playing those angles and getting a lot of tongues in the back line. His isolation's been making a lot of space. This is a frozen Punisher too, so this keep is kind of sad. I would be surprised if they don't get the keep here.
Well, they're doing pretty decent damage to the Punisher without taking damage from the enemy team, but
Yep.
they're
And
just
they might
gonna...
choose to engage after it dies. Yeah,
They are engaging
Johanna,
as it's still alive.
Brightwing seeing in, a little bit risky.
Oh! That looks accidental! I hope! I've definitely done that before, especially as Brightwing.
I must not have noticed it would happen.
As soon as the Z came out, a taunt. If it wasn't accidental, okay, but I've definitely done that before as Brightwing, like specifically as Brightwing, and I don't know why. Yeah, it's kind of like mashing your keyboard, like, I must save my friend.
The Z's have been quick, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So, got some...
That's a ward.
Yeah,
a ward
vision.
banner.
Vision footsies.
And I think Regen's playing this really well. I mean, as long as they don't get caught out, this is exactly what they want. And now Joe's walking forward, but like you were saying before, it's hard as Joe. Like, how do you actually force a fight, especially no Blessed Shield? This is a VP. Okay, this charge is gonna land.
Prop.
Oh, never mind.
That
Whoa.
was insane reaction time.
So
Oh
this
my
must have been a good teleport.
goodness. Dahaka
Wait.
burrows into that backline. ISO
ISO.
onto the Blaze. Gets cleansed by high five.
Yeah, that's a good high five.
Taunt onto
The
Blaze.
and I don't know if he has bunker.
Z onto Varian, which is really, really good. Michaelin trying to get in there, but the whole team immediately turns around.
A lot of damage
for
from Polly, and he might just be dead here.
But he's getting a ton of damage. High
Okay.
five saves him. Dahaka looking to finish him off, but can't.
Catches a tongue on Lunara.
These high fives are kind of insane.
Yeah.
We casted another match for Catbois, and Tylodron has been absolutely insane saving their teammates.
Mm-hmm. This is true. Yeah, those are really very smart high fives. All of them usually are saving from a tongue, saving from what have you.
But the map has been pretty still. Both teams just going to get their bruiser. Actually, it looks like Buy for Catbois is just gonna wait near it.
Yeah. I mean, they might just not want to be capping it because they want to get it closer to objective, but
Yeah, maybe get some
do have
value
to clear.
later after winning a team fight. Dark
Or they're
says
just
this
worried about
Brightwing is getting
invaded.
banned next game, win or lose.
Very possible.
Hermes doing so much work, just chunking Johanna.
I love these siege comps. They're so cool to watch. And the variant, honestly, has been not. I was sort of underwhelmed by it initially, but it's
Mm-hmm.
been putting in a lot of work, especially with the Zera last pick.
Jet
Jet prop
prop does not connect.
misses.
Yes, he every time they see Zeratul, they immediately turn around and say, "Deal with it," and it's making Michaelin's job so tough.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so Regen Divine set up on the point pretty early. Well, he's getting caught in the trap. Johanna's getting in
Tahaka's not
there,
here.
saying we
Nice
cannot give
dodge on
another
the condemn.
objective.
Okay,
Michaelin into the
now
back line.
Zeratil's in.
Falling
Wow, the
sword to
falling
kind of
sword
clinch this
finishes
kill.
the Chromie.
The
Wow, I
boot
can't
pushes
believe
Johanna
Brightwing's living.
in, right?
And
And they're
and they're
so
all walking
chunked.
into ISO and cannonballs. They're low, but not dead.
Lucio is putting in so much work this game.
It's a 1-for-0, but Regen is going in. They're looking to try to finish these kills that they started.
Oh, Zera
The
gets
Haka is
stuck
in
into the
there.
root
Yeah, yeah.
as he
And
goes in the back
Johanna's
line.
low. I don't know if she has Iron Skin. I don't think
She
she
gets
does.
booped
She's very
away.
low.
Lucio cannot get to her in
Wow.
time.
What a
Blaze is
call.
in the Pauline. So
and
unfortunate.
and somehow Lucio and
Ooh, gets taunted by the
Nar are wanting
variant. That's
to,
most likely dead Lucio, yes. Taylor
and
Swift,
two
last one standing.
catapults.
Cannot
Two
escape the
catapults.
slows and... Oh my goodness.
Insane. The
That's...
killer instinct. They knew they were 4v5, but they were like, they just used all of their buttons. They're super low.
Yeah,
We
that's
don't want to just give it to them.
really great collectedness, saying, oh, we're down one, just leave. And not, they used everything, turn around.
Right, yeah. I think if it was me, I'd be like, alright, well, we just 4v5, I guess we have to leave. But it was a smart fight. They had nothing.
Oh man, I had the wrong logos up here the whole time. That's okay, I'll change them. That was really well played by Regen Divine.
Yeah, they were very calm and collected despite the rough early game. Those first few kills and the camps, but they played
Even
their comp
though
well.
Zeratul was a last pick, Regen Divine still had a ton of tools to deal with Zeratul, and I think that made it really rough for Catbois.
Yeah. But in the end, I mean, they were picking Zeratul because they felt confident in it. They knew exactly the draft they were going into, and it wasn't like it wasn't scary. I mean, the Zeratul was doing damage, but um, yeah, just hard to commit into poly, taunts, all these threats that can just kill. That was a fun first game.
All right, I've got the right logos on now. Yeah,
Nice.
that was pretty close. I liked watching all those team fights because it seems like each character knows what they should be doing. Like Blaze
Right.
knows he's a really great engage for their team rather than Johanna, right? And Johanna's like, I'm using my ult to cleanse my whole team. Lucio's like, I'm also doing cleanses. Zeratul engaging, but so much zoning on the side of Regen Divine. Really interesting to
Yeah.
watch all that play out.
So can you explain to me what happened when Blaze charged into the VP and the Brightwing TP'd out before it landed?
That's what I was saying about being a healer. You're mashing your buttons. You it's gotta be frame perfect. You know what I'm saying? Your cleanses, your blinks. But yeah, I would assume that this Brightwing is getting banned in the next game. Lots of great
Possible.
saves. The Lucio might get banned as well. 149,000 healing.
Yeah.
Lots of great high fives.
Well,
I wonder what map we're going to next.
to be fair, I feel like any healer's numbers are pretty inflated when they're dealing with those big poke-heavy teams, because then that gives them an opportunity to just heal a lot over a long period of time.
That's true. Yeah, those prolonged fights, and Lucio did have that percent healing. I'm gonna figure out how to pronounce this, okay? It's, well, J? Is this in Spanish? J would be the sound. I need help, guys. Is it Reju or Rehu? Oh, they made the new lobby but named it wrong. We're going to Volskaya.
Nice. And you're playing Pog.
Oh, no. No.
Maybe.
No.
I'll
Don't
cast
don't put me
by
in,
myself.
coach. I'm going to have to control the observer and play. Oh, it's the POV stream.
Yeah, POV stream. Volskaya is a cool map. We don't really see this very much. I feel like people don't want to ban it or pick it.
Yeah, a lot of teams don't want to play this map just because the objective is not as effective as
Yeah, it really
other
isn't.
objectives.
It's partially too because of how slow it is to get it. I mean, I think if it was a bit more explosive, like if the objective was a bit faster to capture, you might see it be a bit more interesting. But because of how long it takes to stand on that point, there's frequently just better stuff to do.
Like drafting Sergeant Hammer or Sylvanas or the Lost Vikings. I do expect to see that band here.
Mhm. Some
Dark,
people even like to just pick Zul'jin on this map because it's like, yeah, now we want them to win objectives, so we get free stacks.
yeah. Dark wants to cast with you while I play. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I won't forget to do a prediction this time after draft.
I'll remind you if I remember.
And I forgot to update
I
the
do feel like
score.
Volskaya is definitely one of those maps where globals are less impactful. Not that they're ever not impactful, but they're less impactful than your more generic, bigger maps.
Because most teams aren't going to be on the objective point anyways. They're going to
Yeah.
be protecting structures, doing macro. And another first ban Diablo here.
I mean, they know what they want to ban, and they're going with it. Vikings actually on this map are kind of nuts,
Yeah,
so
they are.
I respect that. Especially because if you pick Vikings, it makes the objective really strong.
Yeah.
Because if you can put one Viking in, then
Mm-hmm.
Protector's insane.
Yeah, I was
Problem
wholly
is-
expecting Vikings to get banned here.
yeah. Yeah. And in some ways, I feel like Volskaya is one of those maps where the turrets are the objective. Like,
Just because you can get as many as you possibly can by getting them on cooldown.
yeah, well, I've seen it happen before in like higher level games where the teams will naturally just pick sort of scaly level 20 teams, and then once it gets to late game, if you're able to just kind of collect turrets and healing charges, and you have
Yeah.
like 5 of them on your team and they have like 1 or 2, then you just get like an auto one team fight if you can ever force a fight. So um, it's just interesting to see the turret meta.
Yeah. Item advantage is really key on Volskaya. The real objective. But we do get the first pick Bright Wing. I was surprised to not see it banned. And like to also see the Johanna ban, because Johanna did a lot of good work on Buy for Catboys that last game.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see the Rhaegar.
I want to see a bloodlust.
A similar looking comp. Junkrat Brightwing.
Yep. Will we see Varian? Just identical drafts?
A
No.
Numerak.
Okay. It's a change of pace. Hogger bans was also banned last game.
Mm-hmm. They've done their
And
homework.
Volskaya is also one of those maps where as an offlaner, you have a lot more possibilities of what you can play because wave clear is just not as important. And you're only really anchoring in bot lane, whereas your 4-man is rotating top mid.
Mm-hmm.
So you can pick characters with less wave clear. Enables spicier stuff like Chens if they play them, or
Seen Illidan and Zagara,
Imperious.
Hammer, yeah. I like the Sylvanas ban. Just in case they do happen to be fighting for objective, they can't get value outside of it with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder if we'll see something. I mean, we already have Beetles, right? And that's a great way to counter push when there's an objective.
Mm-hmm.
Tychus Garrosh.
That's
Okay.
fun. The throw
It's a
into the
nice synergy.
minigun.
Yep. Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on Regen's front line. And last game, I would say they didn't have a lot of pressure for the variant. The only damage was Zeratul Lunara, and he can just kind of parry everything. So this game, Anoob's going to have to play
Yeah.
around this.
A noob is susceptible to auto attackers, so his specialty is into mages. Ooh!
Ooh, I like this.
ETC Hanzo. I'm hoping this is offlane ETC. That makes me so excited.
It's got to be. I would imagine it is. I mean, to be honest, it could be awfully noob, or they could
True.
just play together, two tanks, right? But
Mm-hmm. I'm betting it's offlane ETC with stage dive. I've seen
I
that.
think so.
Yeah, pretty common for offlane ETC, and I love it.
I mean, they could even go offlane ETC with Mosh here. I think if they
Yeah,
wanted to.
that's true. And
Tracer,
Tracer. So just double
spicy.
auto attackers, just front to back is what we're saying. He gets a throw, they die.
Yep.
Theoretically.
I mean, yeah, that's true. The Garrosh is scary here. But with the Hanzo and the Junkrat, they have tools to keep him from walking up. They've got Poly as well. I mean, they can play around the Garrosh, and I would say without the Varian, it makes the Tracer potentially a little bit stronger, but they still have a lot of tools for the Tracer too, between Poly and Slide.
What I'm concerned about is macro. So sieging. I think neither team has a ton of siege potential, but I'm trying to imagine BFC. They get their early game kills because Garrosh is early game. They get their auto attack kills. But what happens after? Maybe
That's a good
Odin,
question.
level 10,
Yeah,
will be like their main siege potential if they go Odin.
I mean, they can definitely, if they're all together, deal okay amounts of damage. I think even Tracer, isn't too bad at dealing damage to a fort if you got stuff tanking for her.
That's true. And with items. Items can help you siege as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's the turrets.
And tank them. Alright, I'll go ahead and introduce Regen Divine. We've got Logic on Junkrat, Arch Valley on ETC, PP Wolo on Anubarak, Wafflecopter on Hanzo, and Absolute Yoda on Brightwing.
And on the other team, BFC, we got McKellen on Tracer, Kernavast on Blaze, Sailor Twift on Tychus, Tylodron on Rhaegar, and Sir Noble on Garrosh.
Playing Tracer into Brightwing Polymorph is going to be rough.
He knows what he wants to play, and he's playing it.
Hanzo has 4
Counters.
scatter arrow, simple geometry. Garrosh gets booped in.
Oh!
Tylodron going for the save, but not a lot he can do.
First Garrosh punish of the game. That was pretty sick by Regen.
The thing about running double tank is you have so much CC. Oh yes, thank you Dark for reminding me about the prediction. Let me go ahead and do that now.
Forget what
You're
you saw
great.
in the level 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Regen already setting up for the turret. Looks like they're going to be getting that before BFC does. Tychus is anchoring in top, and it is ETC taking that offlane bottom. So
Regen Divine taking their turret, very early. It's what they want. Item advantage. Blaze looking to run away from this 2-man gank. PP Wolo providing vision on that turret, knowing they're probably taking it now. But not a lot they can do.
One thing is Garrosh that you really like to be able to do is mount and just stay mounted to threaten those throws. But with the Junkrat and the Hanzo, that's never gonna happen.
So Garrosh could have had a throw there, but not a ton of people that can follow up right behind him, so it looks like he opted not to do it then.
Not a ton of friends, and I see the Boop level 1 coming out from the Junkrat, which is pretty unusual. I think it's kind of cool. Definitely does make their wave clear even a bit worse now.
ETC walking all the way up top lane while Brightwing's still bot. He slides on Tychus, but Garrosh is here. That was pretty close.
It was a nice boop. He booped Tychus out of his dash, but not quite enough. Garrosh lands a nice stun, helping out his quest quite a bit. And the first point is coming online. So we'll see how both teams want to play this, because, I mean, half the time I think you don't even try. So nice slide by the ETC, catches the jet prop before it goes.
Both teams taking their siege camp. I love soloing camps as a healer. Cinderbrag doing a great job anchoring mid.
Both teams pretty even. See quarterback Tychus. Totem Rhaegar.
That's correct.
It is scatter Hanzo, so that's kind of interesting. I feel like it's tricky, but there are a lot of little angles on and around the points, but definitely a very challenging build to make work.
We've got a rotation, so currently 4v4 on the point. Michaelin getting very chunked.
Yep.
Same with
the
Garrosh.
well.
Gets poly.
Done.
Big CC chain.
There's a nice purge. Jet prop only hits the ETC.
Turret gets
stuck
put
in the
down
oil.
for Regen Divine.
Yep, so that is a turret gone.
We've got Michaelin holding on.
Turret.
Holding onto that turret. The
nice
ETC slide is insane, and then the turret gets picked up by Tychus and dropped immediately. Garrosh is still alive.
Yep. Arch Valley eating this turret a little bit, but that's okay. They are going to kill it and push by for Catbois off that first point. Now they're starting to get some percent of their own. Looks like falling back a little bit, trying to get the soak, pressure the side lanes before they come back. Viper Catbois can't really walk on and force them off, because even if they're walking on, they're not gaining anything, right? With this objective, you have to push them off and then keep them off in order to start gaining percentage for yourself. So they don't have to do anything until it hits 99, really. Turrets taken on both sides. And now we see them stepping on a point. And Noob standing on it as long as he can. These traps are so nice. Really keeping Garrosh from being able to walk where he wants to walk.
Right, and he can't just eat them because they will immediately CC chain.
Yeah, he'd have to pop his unstoppable.
Which he did go. He went indomitable. Looks like Blaze is eating most of these traps.
Ooh,
Hanzo was thrown in.
Huge slide
from ETC.
On the entire team. But ETC actually does go down.
Oh, and so does Tracer.
Trades for the Tracer, and Garrosh's low gets booped as well.
And
Turret will finish him off. Nice stun onto the Tychus. Noob finishing that off, and Blaze has to back. That's a Protector for Regen Divine.
Hanzo did end up finishing Simple Geometry in those past couple minutes. They have 2 people in the Protector, surprisingly.
Yeah. Interesting. It's the Hanzo and a Noob. I think that makes sense for now. Might as well just get some extra structure damage.
Brightwing pushing up that lane.
Junkrat anchoring top, and they've got 10s. Still 10s is a ways off for Catbois, so.
We do see Mosh Pit. He's been getting really great slides, so that does not surprise me.
Yeah, we might see some big Moshes.
Riptire and Blink Heal. I'm still waiting on Hanzo's ults. He's in the Protector.
What do you think he's going to take?
I think he'll take Dragon's Arrow. I think it's very
Dragon's Arrow?
Well, actually, with Mosh Pit, you never know. If ETC can already set up the big stun, all Hanzo has to do is just know that ETC is about to do it.
ETC is moshing a bunker right now. I was not paying attention. Blaze is fine, though. Trying to get a kill top lane.
He did go Dragon Strike, which, like, I totally respect having Mosh.
Yeah, I think what you said makes sense, right?
And Cocoon.
They have a lot of stun tools already. They don't necessarily need another. They might just need some follow-up.
I'm excited to see some pretty big wombos.
Wow, Arch Valley's so good, dude. He's so good.
They're not letting this Blaze play the game. They're body blocking him. They're stunning him.
Yeah. Dude, that was sick. Sick poop out of the jet prop.
And they're taking this biotic emitter camp. BFC kind of looks like they want to fight for it, but they're not really in a position to with Tracer taking that camp.
And I imagine this is just going to be Regen getting some prio in their camps. Noob sharking around the enemy turret. Is going to back away. Uses E just to be safe.
I do like the totem build into Tychus and Tracer, of course. We've got the attack speed slow. So that mitigates a ton of their damage, if not all of it. Not like 100% of the damage, but where 100% of the damage is coming from. Slide onto Garrosh. Pop's indomitable, but the cocoon goes onto Rhaegar because Rhaegar cannot heal Garrosh now.
Yeah, that's a smart. That is a smart, smart cocoon. Although Rhaegar did pick Bloodlust, I didn't notice. I didn't know if you pointed that out.
Oh yeah, no, I did not go over their ults yet. We've got Draken Laser Drill, Warlord's Challenge, Pulse Round, Bunker, and Bloodlust.
Yeah, Bloodlust is definitely interesting.
They look like they want this fort, putting the biotic emitter down.
Yeah, I love it. I love the using the biotic emitter like that. Slide
on the Tychus.
Just want to make sure that he is dead.
Into the Riptire and Dragon Strike.
And Tracer's actually kind of low too.
Into the Dragon Strike. There's not a lot of places for her to go. Dragon Strike is such a great zoning ult.
Ooh, over the wall. Does he have slide? He does.
He does, but he takes 3 tower shots as he goes away. That was a great throw.
Yeah, that was a great throw. Just barely over the wall. But they know he doesn't have throw yet, so ETC playing a little aggressive. And his bot wall. So overall, I mean, still really good for Regen Divine, and they might look to get their Merc and then try to get another Protector, because why not? It's going to get some value if they get it.
Take a look. It's 9 kills to 2 with about a level lead. Lots of damage coming out from Hanzo this game.
Yeah. And they might choose to play this slow, wait for 16s before they try to do anything. And that bot lane is where I imagine their pressure is going to be if they win a team fight again. Just try to get a win condition.
Right wing and ETC saying, yeah, we can play slow, get 16, and come right back. Yeah. That objective is not going anywhere.
Garrosh is having a really hard time. As I say that, he gets a nice flip.
They are able to get that pick. The Bloodlust gets proc.
Just to confirm. And gonna trade that kill out.
You know, Regen Divine is not freaking out. They're like, we've got all this lane pressure. We're hitting a fort.
Yeah. And they know that Bifrost Catbois really can't siege this top lane. Not with Hanzo Junkrat just goalieing here. So, you know, if they want to just sit on the point, they're kind of happy to get some poke value on the mid fort, keep their XP. Now they've got 16s, and a noob's going to be back in 7 seconds. I don't think they're going to get this objective.
I don't know if they're going to get this
slide and the roots. Garrosh overextended a little bit.
Yeah, we had 1 person on the point and 2 people taking that camp, and Blaze went bot to kind of deal with that pressure. So a little split there.
Blaze electing to possibly push bot, get camps. They're gonna just, I mean, it cuts both ways. Okay, Brightwing is safe. It cuts both ways just because, just like Regen didn't have to play for the objective, neither does Bifrost Catbois right now. They've got plenty of time, although they don't want to let this fort die for free. So they are forced top. They want 16s, and so Blaze is continuing to soak.
Throw onto Hanzo. The Z gets onto a Nubrak.
Pretty nice mosh pits.
2 people in the mosh. Warlord's challenge.
Hanzo's dead.
Oh, you got the biotic emitter.
And here's the Blaze. Jet prop does land on the back line. Gets stunned.
There's not a ton of burst damage in this draft, however.
ETC's getting pretty low, and he doesn't have any tools. He gets flipped. So that's going to be a dead ETC.
The bunker nearly body blocks a Nubrak. but
Yeah.
isn't able to get back in there and tap.
And
So
these picks are really nice for Catbois. This is exactly what they wanted. The Blaze flank was really good.
Yeah.
And this is their protector, so we'll see how they want to use it. Nice toss onto the Anu. He still has his E, though.
Tychus looking to chunk him.
Okay, so it's going to be Rhaegar getting in the protector. Will we see anybody else opt to enter? Yep, the Tracer. Disables the fort and starts working on it. That was a missed taunt, wasn't it?
Did not see. I'm reading that chat's getting a lot of lag from the stream. About a 2-second pause every 5 seconds. Good quality.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I will take a look at it afterwards.
Garrosh stun.
His protector's still alive, got 30 seconds, able to get about 2 forts, which is a ton.
Ooh. That was a slick unstop by the Garrosh. He definitely would have died if he didn't press that.
You're getting the lag as well, Dark. Okay, noted.
Well, if you want to figure it out, I can give the play-by-plays.
That's okay.
Protector is going to go down. Tychus pops minigun, not going to get a ton of value off it. And the ETC is looking for the flank here, gets thrown away, but the Tracer got knocked by the ETC, and this is a big mosh, but actually gets pooped by the
But they're still
Tychus
in the Dragon Strike and the Riptire.
Yep. And Rhaegar's low, and he doesn't have a lot of ways to get out. Jet Prop misses.
Gets booped away,
Rhaegar's
but dies.
Bounce to his death. No stuns. They're going to look for, it looks like Blaze. Pauly's out, but he has a Jet Prop. He gets out.
That oil slow. Insane.
Yeah.
Only
Regen does
video
get their
lag.
turret. Okay.
Interesting.
Well, Regen's halfway to 20. And now they got some time, and they could definitely pick a fort if they wanted to get one. Some of these structures are probably going to die soon. They can equalize that structures that they lost in the last few minutes. Opting to get the healing turret instead and go for camps, looks like. Junkrat clearing top with ETC. Brightwing anchoring the far lane, which has basically been the story of Brightwing both these games.
Yeah. Which just goes to show how important macro is in this game. Like,
yeah, even on the small maps, it's really the most important thing.
level 20's online for Regen Divine. We've got the Dragon Awakens, Storm Shield, Rewind, Extra Oomph, and Invisible Friends.
Yeah, we're gonna get maybe some Hanzo resets here. I like this. They're just flexing their muscles when they got 20, and they've also got an item lead. They have 2 items, whereas Catbois only has 0. I'd like to see them get their turret while they have some. I mean, they don't really have enough time to make a play with 20s anymore. No objectives, so yeah, they're gonna get their turret. The 2 players with items get the turret camp for someone else to come collect it.
I've definitely played games where it's like we need to call someone from the other side of the map, be like, "Hey, can you pick this up, please?"
Yeah. Yeah, and as an offlaner, Junkrat is messing with the ETC. He's trolling it. As an offlaner, I'll frequently have a turret and not like get another turret just because it feels like the thing to do, and then the enemy gets it because I don't have no space.
Oh, the Bloodlust for the engage. Totem slow.
Whoa.
He burrows, but burrows very short.
Yeah. Oh, toss onto Junkrat. It's gonna get a Z, but not quite in time.
That is a huge into a Dragon Strike. Oh my goodness.
That's gotta be a full reset. It's not. And then looking at the Tychus, a ping was pinged onto the Tychus.
10 seconds for another Dragon Strike.
Wow.
He has Dragon Strike up right now.
Oh, and Rhaegar got rooted, which means he's probably not long for
Popping
this world
the Dragon
either.
Strike. Totem slow into the ETC does buy him some
huge
time
scatter.
to get away.
What a mosh.
Yeah. There's not a ton of interrupts for it.
Arch Valley is next level, ETC.
Well, it's just great having 2 tanks. You've got so much CC.
Yeah, why not? Why don't people draft 2 tanks all the time?
They
3 tanks
do
even.
with Blaze.
Yeah, I forget Catbois also has 2 tanks. They had 2 tanks last game too. Slide,
Ooh,
nice
Slide
slide
gets
into
both of them.
rewind, double
Into the
Q.
Dragon Strike.
They, I think, not enough respect for the CC here that blue team has, and Brightwing is playing Brightwing.
It's funny that you
is
said that, because I was just looking at Brightwing for a few seconds.
Peak Brightwing gameplay. You may not like it.
Oh, goodness.
They're gonna get their healing turrets.
So yeah, that
Maybe
keep did
also
go
make
down.
a play. Burning Beetles actually is a really good wave clear.
Yeah.
So.
Just another thing Regen Divine is flexing about their drafts, you know.
For real. They've got that item advantage again. They're gonna have 3 for the next fight. These items are so important. Okay, they're only gonna have 2 actually. They didn't take their turret. So, where will they go? I mean, do you think that they can try and just send this top? It's level 22, 18 minutes into the game. Is this Protector strong enough to try to end? I don't think so. Not with a minigun. They've got a decent Protector burn. They're just going to drop it here. That's interesting. Anoop gets out, finds the stun, finds a huge Q. Meanwhile, the damage dealers have hopped into the Protector. They've swapped the pilot out to get Hanzo in.
They want
and they're going for core.
But the Dragon
But these are
Laser
the damage
Drill
dealers
and
inside.
Bloodlust.
With the minigun as well, this Protector is melting.
I'm not
Garage
sure it was a great
throwing
idea to
away.
put both damage dealers
Gets
in
taunted.
there.
Yeah, but nobody's dead yet. Nice Riptire. Ooh, the Riptire actually, never mind, knocks him out of the mosh.
I like this biotic emitter, keeping them alive. Anubra gets thrown in after burrowing.
Oh.
That is really rough and a great punish for Garage.
Can they get out is the question. Wow, they killed the Tracer. Was that a poly? What the heck happened there?
Okay, well that's a 1-for-1. No real damage to the core. ETC gets thrown in. Dragon Strike to zone them out.
The angles.
Wafflecopter putting some work in on this Hanzo. 80,000 damage. Surely that's a ton of Dragon Strike damage.
Yeah, top damage by a mile. And they will get their turret camp. All in all, though, I think that Pfeiffer Catbois have to be pretty happy about how that all played out. I mean, they killed a Protector. They didn't take any structure damage, really, of note. Got a kill, trade, and then traded out a lot of their camp, a lot of their items. So now only 1 item, 1 turret left.
I was really surprised to see them go for core there and stay within range of Dragon Laser Drill. I feel they had such a lead that, you know, that was a risk.
Yeah.
And they could have gotten another keep.
I think they underestimated how much damage that Tychus was going to do to the objective.
I think they could have fought alongside the Protector as well, but they had both damage dealers.
Just zoning. I like this. Just use the ults to get another item. Why not? Unfortunately, they did also drop a turret, so they didn't actually gain much. But it kept them from getting a turret.
That's correct.
So
the map is blue.
And Junkrat actually got some resets there, so his Riptire's back up. And Blaze, forced to deal with all of these, all the pressure from top lane, gives them an opportunity to poke at the spot keep without having to worry about. Ooh, I was gonna say having to worry about really overextending because it's 4v5 or 5v4, I should say. Traps being spaced out.
Blaze is coming down for a 4v5. Dragon Strike, which is great zoning. Mosh
forces them into the Mosh, and that's a dead Tracer, I think. Nope. Oh. Mosh does not last quite long enough, but they kill the Garrosh instead. So different focus. Still, really nice zoning Mosh. That's just a keep. Not.
Ooh,
Oh, slide
slide
onto
onto
the
the
Tychus, and
Tychus.
now they're looking for more.
Ooh,
Boop,
the
he
boop.
does die. Catches the Blaze as well, and they might chase him. Q from the Anub. Might see a slide soon. Jet prop out. Slide does not connect. And they could choose to
It
poke
might
the
be
core
core in
here.
here, yes.
Yeah, hard to land stuns on that Tracer. Okay, yeah, they dropped the turret, so they're looking to get some damage at least. This is pretty safe. While two of them are dead. Riptide comes out, looks for maybe a connection to get some cooldown reduction.
Tracer
Tracer
getting
gets
very low.
jumped.
Mm-hmm.
Jet prop, but no follow-up.
Bloodlust. I'm surprised the
Blaze is
core is
low,
still
though.
alive.
I know, 56%.
Garrosh
I
gonna be
mean,
up in 1 second. Blaze
yeah,
does go
but
down.
Blaze is dead. And, I mean, they've got a lot of health still, 40% with Garrosh. The fact that Tracer's still alive is really good.
Yeah,
No,
it's kind of insane, but
9%.
Junkrat
Junkrat
looking
has
to just
decided to go for
snipe
core,
it
yep.
here.
Well played, Regen Divine. Takes the series 2-0.
Wow. That honestly surprised me, considering the standings and whatnot, but once again, Div B is a very close division.
Yeah. So that'll be nice for Regen, I'm sure. I mean, I guess they're probably already in decent position to go into playoffs, but knocking out, getting a 2-0,
Mm-hmm.
3 points off of one of the higher teams in their div is
This will tie them for
so
about
good.
20, which is number 5. So yeah, pretty decent position.
So a little bit of a conversation. Looks like
Yeah.
someone was backing,
Mm-hmm.
and the other
Yeah,
team thought it
I
was
see
B-stepping,
that.
so they
They're just
they
really
they thought it was
low.
toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were actually considering recalling. It wasn't B-stepping. So no hard feelings, I'm sure.
Dark's game 2 was a draft win. I think so as
Well,
well. I think Garrosh, once you get past like the early stages of the game, he has a much harder time bringing value to the team.
yeah. It was just really hard to play in general too for the Garrosh. I mean, having to dodge, like walk around traps, like play around all the beetles and noob stuns, and then Hanzo and Junkrat dismounting you, and if you ever get too close, you could just get polyed. Um,
I'm
and a
really
lot of the time,
surprised
Garrosh,
Brightwing made it through the draft.
yeah. I mean, I think it's reasonable, but they banned what? Johanna and
The Lost
Vikings.
Vikings and Hogger.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of scary characters, but I mean, yeah, Brightwing was doing well. I mean, half the time Brightwing was just sitting on a point, so anybody could do that. Jokes.
Well, I think I'll see if they're interested in an interview today, but not sure everyone is up for it. So I'll ask. And I'll be right
Yeah, no
back.
worries if not.
Yeah, I agree, Dirk. They picked like the same heroes and got so much value from all of those heroes. I wasn't expecting that Hanzo though. The Hanzo was so good. Hmm.
Who was your MVP, do you think? That series?
Who did Arch Valley play that the Hawk? I think I have to give it to their Regen Divine's offlaner because they put in so much work in game one on Dahaka, and especially that Lucio kill on Infernal Shrines. I thought that was really cool, and they were providing so much vision as well as being a global and coming in for the team and soaking, and I just think they brought so much value to their team. And then game two, ETC with the moshes and the stuns and the ganks, like they know how to get value out of the characters that they play or that
Yeah,
are they drafted. And yeah, I would definitely give that person
their
MVP.
dash interrupts were insane.
Yeah, I love ETC. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say that there's no interview today. I think each teams could probably wind down. That was super intense.
Yeah,
So
no
yeah,
worries.
I'll end the stream now. It was a great series and hope to cast another Div B game soon.
Yeah, GG's. Congrats to RGD.
Thanks everyone for watching.